Hi, I'm John Pearson. I'm the project manager here at Doorways Youth Project in Saltburn. Been here for about almost 15 years. The project itself was started over 20 years ago by the churches in the town. The official title of the charity is Saltburn Christian Projects. Back then there was a number of young people living outside of family support here in the town in some of the bedsits, and the mission really was to reach out to them and to help and support them, not only with benefits and issues, but also practical things like getting washing done and going to the cheaper shops to get supplies. Things have moved on quite a lot since then, and funding has been difficult over the years, and at one point, although people were volunteering for the project, it wasn't live in a sense that it was funded. But recently we applied to the big lottery and we got 5 years funding, which will take us up to 2021, which is pretty amazing. The fund is focused around 5 ways to well-being. So that's about connecting with people, it's about keeping fit and healthy, it's about noticing things, about giving, and I always forget the 5th one, but I will remember it later, I'm sure. It's about wholeness, and some of the funding that came in was actually for this room here that we're in at the moment. We call it the Explorers Lounge. It is about exploring, it's about making discoveries, and usually the discoveries are more about an inward journey rather than necessarily what's out and about, although the things around us tend to prompt us and guide us and initiate perhaps a different way of thinking, which is really helpful when we're working with young people with depression, anxiety, stress, panic attacks, which seems to be quite the order of the day at the moment, sadly. Pressures of life is really tough at the moment, and we find that a lot of young people haven't developed the skills of managing these emotional issues, particularly the younger ones, the 13, 14, 15-year-old, those embarking into employment. We're busy doing the practical stuff of getting them CVs and looking towards what sort of work would be suitable for them. But often it's about the lack of self-worth. So anything that engages in this area is kind of where we want to be. In this room we have little short courses on what we call Be You. When we say to young people about going to an interview, just be yourself, and sometimes they say to us, well, who am I? And it's important to begin to understand who I am, who we are as individuals, what is our identity, and we want to create the facility where young people feel safe and able to ask those questions, and we'll try and offer an answer, but we'll never say this is the answer. The idea is that we'll say, here's a suggestion, this could be an answer, what do you think? And take it from there. It's about building relationships, about building trust.